Golden Age Gossip presents the untold story of Marie Osmond, the beloved star who spent decades smiling for the cameras while quietly carrying painful secrets behind the scenes. To millions of fans, Marie looked like the picture of fame, success, and family perfection. But behind the bright stage lights was a life shaped by pressure, trauma, heartbreak, and emotional battles she kept hidden for years. Born into the legendary Osmond family in 1959, Marie grew up as the only daughter among 8 brothers in a strict Mormon household where music and performance ruled daily life. While other children spent their afternoons playing outside, Marie's childhood revolved around rehearsals, vocal training, television appearances, and the constant pressure to help maintain the family's polished public image. The Osmonds quickly became one of America's most famous entertainment families during the 1960s and 1970s. But even while the family looked perfect on television, Marie later admitted that life behind closed doors felt far more complicated. Work always came first. Privacy barely existed. And from an early age, she learned how to hide her pain behind a smile. At just 4 years old, Marie made her television debut on The Andy Williams Show. By the early 1970s, she officially launched her own music career with a bold move that separated her from her brothers. While the Osmond brothers leaned into pop music, Marie chose country. That gamble paid off in spectacular fashion. Her 1973 hit song Paper Roses shot to #1 on the country charts and transformed her into a star in her own right. Suddenly, Marie was no longer just Donny Osmond's little sister. She had become one of the biggest young entertainers in America. Soon after, she teamed up with her brother Donny Osmond for the wildly successful variety series Donny and Marie. The show turned the siblings into household names almost overnight. Audiences loved their chemistry, humor, and wholesome image. But behind the cameras, Marie was struggling deeply. As a teenager surrounded by glamorous celebrities like Cher, Farrah Fawcett, and Raquel Welch, Marie constantly battled insecurity about her appearance. Television executives cruelly pressured her to lose weight despite already being dangerously thin. The emotional damage became severe. Marie later revealed that producers humiliated her over her appearance and made her feel responsible for the jobs of everyone working on the show. Terrified of failing the people around her, she developed unhealthy eating habits and pushed herself through exhausting work schedules that sometimes stretched close to 20 hours a day. But the deepest wounds came from something even darker. For decades, Marie carried the secret of childhood sexual abuse that she was too frightened to discuss publicly. In her memoir Behind the Smile, she finally opened up about the trauma that shaped so much of her emotional life. She explained that the abuse came from someone trusted by the family, though not a relative. Fear and threats kept her silent for years. Even as she stood smiling in front of millions of viewers, she privately carried confusion, shame, and fear that affected nearly every part of her life. The trauma left lasting scars. Marie admitted she struggled to trust men for years and even questioned her own identity as a young girl because of the emotional confusion created by the abuse. Growing up inside one of America's most famous families only made the silence feel heavier. Still, she kept moving forward. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Marie continued rebuilding her career through music, television, and live performances. She married twice, raised a large family, and fought through public setbacks, cancelled projects, and private mental health struggles. One of her darkest battles came after childbirth when she developed severe postpartum depression. The emotional and physical symptoms became overwhelming, leading to frightening breakdowns that she later described openly in interviews and memoirs. At one point, she admitted to driving for hours aimlessly while emotionally collapsing under years of pressure and exhaustion. Despite everything, Marie never fully disappeared from public life. In 2007, she joined Dancing with the Stars and became one of the season's most beloved contestants. Viewers watched her fight through physical exhaustion, emotional stress, and even a shocking on-air collapse during the competition. Later, she reinvented herself once again as a co-host on the talk. But even there, rumors of backstage tension and conflict followed her. Behind the polished daytime television conversations, insiders claimed Marie often felt isolated and misunderstood among the louder personalities surrounding her. Yet one of the most powerful moments of her later life came when she publicly supported her daughter Jessica after she came out as lesbian. Despite growing up in a deeply conservative religious environment, Marie made it clear that love for her child mattered more than public expectations or controversy. Over time, Marie slowly stopped hiding from the truth about her past. She began speaking openly about trauma, emotional healing, and the damage caused by silence. In later interviews, she admitted that healing took decades and that the emotional scars never fully disappeared. But finally speaking openly about what happened allowed her to reclaim a part of herself that had been buried since childhood. Today, Marie Osmond's story stands as far more than the tale of a television star or country singer. It is the story of survival behind the spotlight. A woman who spent years carrying impossible expectations while quietly fighting battles most people never saw. Subscribe to Golden Age Gossip for more untold celebrity stories, classic Hollywood secrets, television legends, and the hidden truths behind America's biggest stars. Clapperboard sparkles.